Guys, I know we got some big wins going on right now. There's so much activity right now. We got Tanner showing on my listing that has been slow today. Tanner, that is the name of the game. You latch onto that one listing and you pray to God like this could be the one. Just remember, you got to treat it like that. Even show up, bring your A game, make it work. Tanner also has pain in the butt. Listing closed last week. Gurvinder entered into contract with a Zillow lead. Referral 3 leads to ZHL. Gurvinder, badass dude. Jarrett just entered escrow on a 1.25 property in San Jose. Jarrett, I feel like every time I look, you're getting a new escrow. Absolutely amazing. Rebecca, PM appointment today, showing tomorrow. Hell yeah, dude. Adria, about to sign my third BRBC, going to see 4 properties tomorrow. Got a 4.5 Zillow client back in action, touring Wednesday. Hell yes. Hell yes. Adria is a prime example of somebody that hits the ground running in this industry and just starts making awesome progress. I can't wait to see what that you turn into, because we're going to be highlighting you here in a matter of months, guaranteed, if you keep up this work. Rachel, PM account rented this week, first ever showing for a listing. I took off market and repositioned. Properties never had a showing. Melissa Chernesky launched a listing and drove agents to broker tour in a tough location. Good time. Good job. Lena, Sharonda, and I are in escrow in Monterey. Congratulations. That's freaking awesome. We are going to do an agent spotlight. And this is an agent that's an experienced agent, but has been finding massive amounts of success recently. Ali, who's absolutely been crushing it. A lot of us have a lot of things to learn from Ali. So, Ali, you ready to get going? I see you're in here.
Hello. Sorry, I didn't do my hair.
Yeah. No, you know what? It's looking good. It's looking. What you style that thing? Is you got a little gel up there right now, Ali?
I wax it.
It's looking so fresh, so fresh.
A little bit of work, daily maintenance.
Hey, you can't say you don't have hair because you just have it on the south side of your face.
Growing in the wrong places.
Yeah, no. Hey, it's harder to grow. A lot of people have hair. Not everyone has a beard. I mean, come on. Us bearded people are kind of special. So
we are special. You got that right.
Beardos are the best. Beardos are the best.
I agree. I would never trust a man that doesn't have a beard. I'm just saying. I think they're pretty much the best. Ali, for those of you that don't know, why don't you just give us a little bit of a brief intro about yourself? What market you're serving, how long you've been in the industry, etc. Just give us a little quick blurb who you are and what you do and how you find success.
Alrighty. Been licensed since 2015. Went in full-time 2016 after my first daughter was born. Jumped in full-time with CSR, bounced around a few brokerages, left the business for a couple years, and came back about half 2024, at the end of 2024. Joined you guys here. It's been almost a year. September will be a year for me, actually, with you guys. Primarily in the San Jose market. I've gone as far down as I have a listing in Chowchilla that we're going to put back on the market. So I do stuff like that. I have an escrow up in Sacramento. So I do move around, but my focus in terms of lead gen is San Jose and South Bay area pretty much.
You talked about, joining the industry, bouncing around, leaving the industry, and then coming back. Dive into that a little bit more. What brought you back and what made you leave?
What made me leave was some personal things and also just frustration in the business with where there was no consistency. And it was really getting to me with the pressure of living in the Bay Area. We pay a pretty penny for housing and all other expenses too. So I needed something more consistent, blah, 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 blah. So I left. Tried some other things, and the money in real estate is good. And if you can figure this out and turn it into a consistent machine, this is the place to be. We get paid well for what we do.
It's the only industry that you can get paid like a doctor and a lawyer having passed like 3 open book tests, right? It's like it is the best industry in the world to make huge amounts of money if you figure it out. So that it drew you back eventually to say like, hey, I got to figure it out now. And obviously now you figured it out, right? Because you're killing it. You're getting listings. You have that consistent business. Where are you getting your listings from?
A sphere of influence, and also our farming. Me and Manny have partnered up as of earlier this year. And the way I know Manny, he actually helped sell my condo back in 2010. So I walked into his open house and he turned me into a client. He helped me sell, buy, and then he said, "Why don't you do this?" And he's actually one of the main reasons that I got into the game, period. So me and him partnered up, and our strategy was to leverage our past bid business and our sphere of influence, and also start farming. A lot of the big agents in the area, just having over the years seen their bid business grow, all came back to pretty much the same things: picking a lead pillar, staying consistent with it, and just seeing it all the way through. And for me, early in my business, I was very heavy on the buy side. I worked for Redfin on 2 different stints, online leads. It went great. Well, my best year, I did 36 transactions with buyers, right? As you're constantly fed them, right? But as most people know, you want to last, you have to list. So it was something I heard early on, and being more on the listing side, in my mind at least, takes away a lot of the stress of the business because you're more in control. And Manny and I, in that essence, saw the same path and wanted to lean on doing the same things. So we started farming, leaning on our sphere of influence for listings, and growing it that way.
Okay, so there was like 6 nuggets of gold right there. So I want to go in like multiple different directions. And I definitely want to lean into this farming and listing mindset. But before I do that, you mentioned, number one, focusing on your sphere of influence. You also mentioned you had interacted with Manny through an open house and he actually buy listed for you. Talk to me about that sphere of influence a little bit. What are you doing with your sphere of influence game to kind of recapture those and keep those activated?
So the CRM does the automated emails and stuff, right? I also have on social media, most of my posts are real estate related. They'll always know I'm the real estate guy in my group, right?
Yeah.
Just staying consistent with that. And I spend a lot of the time at the gym, and people love to talk. And the conversation goes into, hey, I'm in real estate, right? They bring it up. And once they know it's a little bit easier, because they ask me, hey, how's the market? And I start talking, right? So one thing I try to do with my sphere of influence is never be the aggressive, that's all I want to talk about. But once the other side gives me a little bit of a leeway to get into real estate and turn the conversation into real estate, I take full advantage of it. Right. So I'm not constantly hounding people, hey, I'm a realtor, blah, 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 blah. But if they give the slightest question or the slightest sign of they're looking to do anything, I'm on them at that point, right? So not super aggressive until I really have to be. That's how I treat the sphere.
So if I can give the Spark Notes version on that, you establish yourself as the real estate guy. You make it known that you're the real estate guy through your social media, just so they see you everywhere. They understand that you're that guy that does it. You have real estate related conversations. You don't force it, not in an aggressive way, but you just are there to answer real estate questions. And so when naturally they have real estate needs, you're the natural answer for them to come to you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Freaking love that. That is the perfect way to do SOI right there. Because you don't have to be that creepy person like, hey, grandma, sell your goddamn house. You've been in 70 years. I need a sale. It's like, no, let me be your real estate I am a real estate person, and I'm in your sphere. And if you have real estate needs, come to me. You're top of mind. I love that. I love that. I love that. All right. Talk to me about your farming a little bit. What does that consist of?
So again, me and Manny sat down and we're like, where do we start? Where do we want to focus? And how aggressive do we want to be about it, right? So we picked the zip codes that we currently live in and make that our like main target area. So I'm over here in San Jose, 95136, Communication Hill area. I'm pointing because it's right there. So I'm dropping off flyers. For the first month, it's once a week. We're going in, and then second month again, once a week. And then months 3 and 4, it goes bi-weekly. And then 5, 6, we're just doing more once a month. And the flyers consist of just like postcards of our services. And another one is a market update. The real goal behind it is you see my face, you see what we do, and we're consistent with it, right? To establish a name. And then another thing we're doing too with that is, for example, the listing that we have on Sueño that we got into contract last week is Manny's sphere of influence, right? So we took that, and it was about a month and a half to 2 months process before we actually put it on the market because we did extensive work, right? That gave us an in into the neighborhood because neither of us live in the area. Our sign being up, that's name basic again. And we started doing our postcards around that property too. And so first it was just market update, then another card of us, and then we did the coming soon. Around that area, blah, 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 blah. And by the time that home came on the market, the neighbor across the street walks all over. We were there one day, and he's like, hey, I got your postcard. I'm interested in selling my house. At first, we thought it was the house right across, but it turns out to be a house in Cambrian, part of San Jose, 95118. So that was I think they call it circle prospecting we were doing there. So we turned that one listing into a second listing. And also during that whole process with getting that home on the market, a lot of the people that came to visit us in an open house, my question was, why are you here? Just like jokingly, right? Why are you here? And they're like, oh, we got your postcard. We wanted to see the house. That tells me you live in the area. I knocked on your door. I dropped this off. There's at least some sort of interest in to see what we provide, how we do it, and you're paying attention. So with those people, try to capture their names, emails, addresses, and stuff, and just overall get more information about the area that we're in as well, and growing our presence there. We got a lot of visitors off of our postcards into the home there in 95148 Sueño Drive. So yeah, circle prospecting, and then just leveraging the listing that we have as much as we can. And off of that listing, we got the one in Cambrian, got 2 other leads that are about 6 to 12 months out, and pick up 2 buyers from it too. So just leveraging as much as we can, right? And then we flip it and do the same thing in Cambrian too.
Let me pause you right there just because I want to put a little feedback on this. Ali, a couple things you said right there surprised me because usually when I think farming, it means, oh, I'm going to send one set of postcards and never show my face and then be surprised that results never happen. But you talk about your 2-week plan, your 1 month plan, your 2 month plan, your 3 month plan, your door knocking, your calling. You're talking about consistency. I wish somebody would have ever brought that up in C2 before, because that seems like such a good idea to consistently attack something. And so you get multiple views. No, I'm obviously being sarcastic. Guys, Manny's actually doing it. A lot of people talk about, yeah, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. They try it one time. They might do a second time and then get surprised nothing happens. Ali's talking about going deep in any one of these things, showing his face with postcards, showing his face at the doors, at the open houses, shouting from the rooftop, hey, I'm a killer real estate agent. I'm in this area. And guess what? When you do stuff like that, you find more success. And one sale turns into two, and two sales turns into three and four and five. It's freaking incredible, dude. That is real estate 101. If you're going to do it consistency and do it a lot. I love that. I love that so much.
And that honestly was my struggle. The first eight years in the game is I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, then quit. It's like, okay, this shit ain't working. F it, right? But you just got to keep going deeper. Because even if you're not getting responses, people are seeing this stuff. They're seeing it. They're paying attention. The information's out there, so they are really paying attention to what you're doing and taking the deeper and deeper. Just gives you more establishment in a certain neighborhood, and you grow faster in a way too.
Ali, you're not the only person with that struggle. Most people in this industry that haven't figured it out, that is their problem. They're not going deeper. They're doing something once and it's not working immediately, not showing immediate results. And then they say like, oh, this is broken. Why would I do that? And, you know, they try to ride a bike, they sit on it, they pedal twice, they fall off and they say, this bike's broken. It's like, no, you got to do it over time to get good. And it's, I know you mentioned you're a gym guy. You know, you're never going to get good in the gym just for showing up once. It takes consistency.
Keep doing it.
You got to keep doing it. It's multiple sessions over time. Ollie, this is a great interview so far. You're just spitting out nuggets of gold, and I'm stoked about this. And I want to get back to this. Mentioned your original focus was really pushing towards listings. Talk to me about that. What was the driving force for you to really focus your business around listings now? And what results positively has that yielded for you?
You have more control. You have more control of your business. You have more control of your schedule. Not driving around as much. There's more, as you say it, more like hyper focused intent with lead gen. And in a way, like I don't want to call it you specialize in one thing, but you do specialize in it. Having the inventory is always better than trying to find the inventory for a buyer, right? So if you're with a seller, we have the chips in our hands, right? And I just see all like the top performers in San Jose, right? You have the names Jordan Mott and all those guys. They're killing it, and the way they kill it is being on the list side.
Yeah. I always like to make the analogy of listing, and for those of you that are hunters, you'll get this. For those of you that are not, I'm sorry, but maybe it'll make sense. If you're a buyer's agent, and you're hunting, you're getting out with your gun and you're just wandering into the wilderness. You're chasing things constantly, and you may catch something, you might not. Really, it depends on what you stumble across that day. If you've got listings, you've got traps set up all over the place. And all you have to do is just walk your trap route and see what you catch that day, right? It's coming to you. You might be getting interest in getting leads coming to you while you're sleeping at night. Next thing you know, you wake up in the morning and have a voicemail. Hey, I'm a buyer. I want to see this place. Or hey, it's just more of a passive process of where they're coming to you when you have those listings. And you can leverage that and get a buyer and get a this and get a that, get more listings. It helps. It's the momentum building. How did you make the transition into really a listing focused business?
It was more of, I'm doing it this way or it's not going to happen. Because I know where the other side is going to take me. Yes, I can do it, but it's going to wear me down. and it's just going to frustrate me, right? Because buyers are frustrating. I've worked them pretty much my entire career. I still do. It's not like I'm like not doing buy side business. I still do it. It's just knowing the frustration that can come with it, and not wanting to get into that headspace again, just made me and man to just shift. It's like our lead gen, our 3-4 hours of office work every day, our walking, our door knocking and stuff. All our energy is put into creating the inventory and having the inventory, and then leveraging that to work with buyers to get multiple listings and to grow that side.
So for those of you that are listing, it didn't just happen in Ali's business. He didn't just magically wake up one day and getting a listing agent. He literally put his focus, his time and energy into, hey, my goal is to gather listings. His 3 hours of computer work or whatever it is a day, his prospecting work is going into those listings. He's figuring that out. That needs to be an active decision that you make if you're chasing listings, right? Because they're not just going to magically show up in your inbox. You have to go get them. One more question, because I just keep going off track completely and going diving. What's going to be your focus on as you go through this fall, Ali?
Same thing. Couldn't just rinse and repeat. Same way we got the Swens, plenty of listings. Same way we got the Millimelia. We have 2 more coming. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. And once we are more established in a certain zip code, in a certain area, really hammering that down on it and just being super consistent with it. Super consistent with the messaging, then continuing to see our face. Be like, hey, I made a joke with Manny the other day off of our Cambrian listing, which was a headache, but we got 3 buyers from it. And some of our old buyers have come back and they want to live in that same zip code, right? So I made a joke. Okay, we're gonna be the Cambrian Kings, like the label to it, right? Why not? Like we have proven results. We're going to put potentially 2 other buyers in the properties in the same area. Just leverage the hell out. Like people are not like, hey, I do this. It's like I can show you this is what I've done in your neighborhood in the last 3 months. Now go work with someone else. I wouldn't do it.
Guys, I swear to God, I feel like I wrote all of the answers that that Ali should have answered and he delivered them for me. This is so gold. He is giving you the blueprint right now of how to become a badass realtor. And it's based on consistency, being the real estate person, getting a win and leveraging that win into multiple wins, and just doing it over an extended period of time. That is such a weightlifter's mindset, and I freaking love it. It's so applicable. It's so freaking applicable. But you're absolutely a badass. I cannot wait to do another spotlight on you in, let's say, another 6-8 months, just to see how much this has grown over these next time period of just consistent badass follow through. Good job, Ali. You're killing it, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
This is awesome. All right. I think that was great. Ali, thank you so much. This was a really good one.
Can I ask a quick question?
I'm surprised you didn't already. Let's hear it.
So I'm really feeling the approach. And yesterday, Michaela and I made a big decision to form a micro team specializing in Marin County, San Francisco. Maybe she's going to do a little further north, go to brokers tours together, but we want to become specialized and we're both new and to get listings. And I love what he's putting out there as far as the steps taken. And I'm so curious, this sounds very basic, but like if you could share what you did for the postcards, like some ideas on how to format that type of stuff. Like what are you putting out there? If you're doing more than one a month, obviously you're changing it. but we were both saying we want to become kind of the specialists and get known in certain areas. And I feel like having a teammate, on your side also makes a big difference. And also, Ollie, you're a badass.
Thank you, thank you. So as far as like the postcards and stuff we do, we have one general one that's just me and him, our services, contact info. Another one we do for the neighborhood is market updates. That's more the one that changes because recent sales, blah 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 blah. Right. That's really it until we have a listing and we do the coming soon, just listed, and then the sold because that's 3 more touches for that same area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you get so for example, how we're gonna play it here on Cambrian when we get the buyers in the contract, we have the listing we sold. I sold a townhome earlier in the year in that area too. And then if we get 1 or 2 of these buyers, all that's going on the same postcard. Hey, this is what we've done the last 3 months. Boom, boom, boom. It's more about them consistently seeing your face and what you do rather than the information on the card.
And
That's
are you
my
actually
opinion.
going to people's doors and knocking on their
Oh, I'm
doors?
walking. Yeah, I'm walking. We don't have the budget yet to pay someone to do all of that or do it through in the mail. So we're walking them.
And
Dropping
do
them
you
off.
get like, are people put off ever, or they're usually, if they don't want to talk, that no thanks, but it's well received.
Well, we do get to no thanks. I'm also 6'8", so people aren't really going to yell at me when I'm in their face. So it's a little bit different. So I haven't experienced that. And Manny hasn't either. Knock once, twice. If they open the door, they open the door. If they don't, we just drop it off. Like I mentioned on Sueño, the one we had first in Evergreen, the neighbor came from across the street. He saw us standing out front. We were discussing prep of the property, and he's like, "Hey, is this you guys?" He had the card. Yeah, it is. Blah blah blah. So it worked that way.
And then do you strategize and break it into different neighborhoods that you want to canvas, kind of like today we're going to do this in the general same vicinity, but break it into little clusters? And then do you go together or do you go separately?
We go separately. For example, I'll take the north side of the listing and he'll say the south and we'll go that way. As far as we don't want to bounce around too much. So we have our main area that we focus on, and then we focus on the listings that we have.
Okay, and one thing I want to kind of mention, this was a thing I read recently, and it was super interesting. It was a NAR study that a NAR went and interviewed a neighborhood, said, who is the number 1 agent in this neighborhood? And they filled out the flyer and whoever, John Smith won it. Then NAR went and did fake mailing for that same neighborhood of a made-up agent. They just made a pretend agent, AI face, mailed it every 2 weeks, that same neighborhood. At the end of the year, they went and did a same interview on the neighborhood. Who's the number 1 agent in that neighborhood? The fake NAR agent, who was not a real person, won that award. They said they were the main, just because they were seen every 2 weeks, their face, their name. You get those flyers, you look at them real quick before you throw it away to make sure you don't have past due water bill just before it hits the trash can. That stuff sinks into your mind. It sinks into your mind. And all of a sudden, if someone's going to go sell the property, when they say who's the number 1 agent, oh, well, this person, this guy, this gal, whatever, they're the ones that are working this neighborhood. They're the best. It's consistency over time. And don't go shoot here and here and here and here. Shoot here, 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 here. Target. Go deeper, not wider. That's the key with this stuff.
And the fact that we don't have a big scorecard, no listings yet, only 1 sale each.
Don't brag about listings you don't have. Just brag about being the pro of this area. Who cares? Again, a made-up agent who obviously has 0 sales. was voted the #1 realtor in that area just because of their posting and mailing.
Right
All
on.
right.
Yeah,
for
but
the-
also really know the area that you're dropping off, right?
Yeah.
Because like I try to do a lot of my walking on the weekends where people are outside mowing their lawns, doing yard work or garage work and stuff, so I can talk to more people. They'll ask quick questions, and if you know your numbers, like, oh, this home's for sale, that one's a little bit bigger, blah 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 blah, just going off your knowledge too, and that's all current info, because they know, the homeowners know.
Yeah.
Even if they're not selling, it's my opinion that most people are still paying attention to what's going on, even though they're not in the market to buy or sell, right? So,
Hey,
Right on.
Ali, on your marketing, do you have your face on the actual marketing material?
yeah, and it's something I picked up from Kevin a couple meetings ago was put yourself in front of the house. That's something we didn't do, and we need to do that more. When we're doing the marketing for the actual property, like the videos and stuff that we post, we're not in any of them, and that's a mistake we made that we're going to correct going forward.
Associate yourself with beautiful houses. It absolutely works.